Oh, how annoying. It broke. I apologise for that. I'm going to go and open BWC and let everybody know. Oh dear. Weird. Deer in the headlights moment. Yeah, yeah, I know that. Okay. Oh, good. We got some back. Yes, I do apologise for that. It's a pain in the ass. It just shut down. Obviously, didn't like me talking about Allah. At least most of you have found your way back in here. I do apologise for that. I don't know whether or not I can help. I'm going to try by doing that. That might help. I don't know. I will be finished doing what I'm doing off screen, and I'm sorry for okay, right, now I'll put a link up for anybody that's it's the pain in the ass when it drops out, because it's hard enough for you to find me in the first place, let alone the second place. Yes, so basically we had one person report it, and then her boyfriend decided to write, and you're going to have to excuse my language, that is fucked. That's what he wrote. Now, we had a glitch with Facebook where we couldn't actually remove for a day or so bad comments. So it sat there and it sat there and it sat there, and I removed the person because it being a global group, if somebody carves a cross, I'm not going to say don't do that. If somebody starts talking in scriptures, I'm going to say, oh, we've got such a mishmash of different cultures with different religions, with different faiths. I respect the faith. It doesn't matter who it is. If somebody believes in their deity, whatever it's called, whoever it's called, I don't have a problem with that. And because it's g'day David, because it's a global group, if you carve something that's a Santa is religious, okay, St. Nick, Catholicism, not a problem. Easter, we get crosses with robes and stuff on them, and there's no problem with that because it's a carving. We identify with the carver, not with their religious beliefs, not with any of that. And I don't like the war that 30 years ago it was watch out for the commie bastards, and now it's like we've got to be on the lookout for the problems with the Muslims. Now, me personally, I know a few Muslims. There's no I have no problem with them at all. They have no problem with me. We all get along to get along. Not a problem. In this country, we've had a lot of immigration from Muslim countries as well. The extremists. Now, there's extremists in all religions, if you like. But if somebody's going to get nasty, then off they go. Yay, Tina, you made it. Yes, religion starts wars, and that's not what I won't allow it in the group. It's part of the reason why most of the discussions are wood carving based. We rarely talk off topic because off topic can go down paths where you have differing opinions, then you get arguments, and then the arguments you get grudges, and nah, I'm not into that. That's not what this group is about. We share love, not hatred, not race hatred. Everybody is equal in my eyes, and that's how I see the group. So the person that put up the "that's fucked" statement, I removed him. I couldn't remove the statement, but I could remove the person's saying. And why somebody would have a problem? Yes, love each other. enough said. That's absolutely right, Dale. It's I mean, Christ, if you want, talk to turn and present the other cheek in the event of somebody slaps you. Give him your shirt. Like, so Christianity says be nice to other people. Religious dogma says we're the only ones. So it gets a bit hard, and that's about all I'm going to say on that. We try to be nice to each other. It's about the love of carving, love of wood, love of the tools, love of the finishes, how we get there, the painting, sister crafts, leather, bladesmanship, some blacksmithing, yeah. Then there's pyrography, burning. We've got so many little sister crafts that come along where you apply these aspects to wood carving. To have somebody want to start an argument with somebody because they've carved something in their faith to their deity, good on them, good on them. We've seen that guy's work. He does such beautiful work, and okay, it's Arabic, so what? But anyway, that guy, both the reporter on that one and the person that put up the defaming statement, both were removed very quickly, because that's not the atmosphere and not the attitude that we want in the group. So that's that. I did want to have a quick mention of that, because we have to be aware of the fact that keeping our faith to ourselves. I know in the Bible it says, go and find my people. I know that, like, I've read the Bible multiple times. I not for the reasons why, for a faithful person, more so that my arguments have weight, because that's me. I've spent the last couple of years not doing that. I don't knock anybody's faith. I think that you're lucky if you have it, if you're true faith. Yeah. I appreciate everyone's support and help. Not a place to discuss religion. Exactly, it's a wood carving group. So that was that. We've got a couple of other things. Sarah Cooper has been doing some clay. She talked about like writer's block, carver's block, and not one that you can carve. Where she's feeling that she has fallen off the carving. So what she's done is she's gone over to clay. I believe she has a ceramics teacher or something. She knows all about clay. So what she's done is she's done her lion in clay, and she's done, I think it's a wolf in clay this last week. And the book that I read years that was like the 1900s said, for a carver to be really good, the ways to become really good are to draw, to sculpt in clay, and then to carve the end object. Now, that's a long-winded process if all you're doing is coming up with a Santa. But if you're expanding beyond that, then doing a 3D clay model, whether it be out of wax, whether it be out of clay, is a really top idea, because then you it's about forming the 3D imagery in your head, so that when you've got a block of wood, you can see what needs to be removed to leave you with roughly the shape that you want to start your carving. Now, that comes with practice, and by doing clay, brilliant. Good on you, Sarah. Well done. Don't have any here. Not offhand, I don't. Yeah, so if you have carver's block, then getting some clay and playing with it, very good idea. Tina, yes, I mean, she is she's an artist, no doubt. I mean, yes, carving is the medium, but that lady definitely does such brilliant works that I hope she finds her groove fairly soon and carries on with her lion carousel animal. Brilliant. We are Tammy this week has been making boxes. I've teased her rotten, I really have. We used to have we have an album that says Tammy's Balls. And I proposed that she put Tammy's box. Carving a box. Now, I have got such an infantile mind that I thought balls and boxes. How to carve a vagina. I mean a box. I didn't mean that. I really didn't. But I've been teasing her rotten about it. She did such good small box with a fitting lid, a round one. She carved that out. Yes, used a Dremel to remove some of the material. A drill would be quicker, but we are including Tammy's box, a carved box, in the challenges, in the units. It'll become one of the learning projects that we've got. Good things to make for Christmas for people, for putting their rings in, or their ring in their box. Now we're talking about a couple of arsenals. I didn't say that. I want to say too that though I have one things on the other group, this is still high. I appreciate Too Much Coal and everyone here. The Lion Lady, she is awesome. Yeah, Lowell, he didn't go there. I know. I did. I definitely did. I'm just, of course, having a laugh, as I did with Tammy, because she's got the balls, she's got the box. And she said, can we have it as a challenge? I said, what? Tammy's box? And she said, you'd be the only one that would pick up on that. Yes, well, don't forget to put the little licorice bit on it. That's what it's called, isn't it? The licorice. Oh, no, that's I'm getting that mixed up with clitoris. I don't know where that is. He said the V word. Vagina. She's going to kill you. Here she is. Sarah, we were just talking about you. Were your ears burning? We were commenting on how good your clay sculptures are, and how you have a slight carving block at the moment. Children, time commitments, finding the time to actually work on your project. Really brilliant idea to go over to really brilliant idea to go over to clay. And that's what I was just saying to the group, how wonderful it is that you don't. I'm sorry, I'm still stuck on Tammy's box. It can even have hinges. A hinge box. Oh. I do apologize. My childish mind just warps that, and I think I've laughed for a week over this. Well, anyway, Tammy's box is being presented to you as an album now for a challenge. So do you have the balls to carve the box? Yes, I'm sorry, Tammy. I've been mean to you on this one. You do need the soap. Gonna need to wash my mouth out, but at least I didn't say penis. Too much, Colin. Tone it down. Remember that there's ladies present. I know I'm awful. Get out of Tammy's box. Is it just me? I mean, am I the only infantile person in the group? It doesn't take much to tickle my fancy. But on the other side of things, I mean, what a great effort she did to produce 2 different boxes, 2 different videos of how those boxes were made, what progress that she did, how she did it. They'll all be linked. It'll all be linked. So yes, it's you. Yeah. So with the new challenge, so we've got box challenge. If you're interested in carving a box, then by all means go ahead, add to the album. It is a challenge. It could be quite easy or quite hard depending on how you approach it, whether or not you use a Forstner bit. the right size Forstner bit that won't take you 2 seconds to drill out the inside of the box, but do it before you carve the outside, because wall strength, it's one of the things, one of the techniques with carving that we have to watch. If you start doing real it's just coffee, definitely. Show them my box. Okay then, I'll get a little ahead myself. I have decided that this is my box because I carved the top, put the bit on there, and a nice size box. So the box doesn't have to be square, it doesn't have to have hinges, it just have to have a cavity with a lid. And wouldn't that stop the spread of children if they had a lid? Okay, Colin, shut up. You're hanging yourself slowly. Don't say anything about being hung. Oh dear you. It's the rum, yeah, definitely. Look, okay. I'll grow up now. So yes, anyway, there's Tammy's videos on how to do the boxes. By all means, watch them, involve yourself in them. We kind of, because it's coming up December, we've got Christmas, 26 days away. So we kind of got 3 challenges up and running at the moment. We're going to have the face by face, the Santa, John Overby's Santa face. That runs throughout the whole month. We're going to have 3 that basically run through the whole month. There's the box where you can do relief carving on the outside. You can embellish on it as much as you like you saw my one is like a head with a cavity and a lid. So you can think outside the circle, you can think outside the box. And the spiral, the hollow spiral, because it's an ornament that will hang on Christmas trees. So that's really what we're focusing on: Santa's, the hollow spiral, the box, and John's face, step-by-step face. They will all be running through that, and then that way you end up with some Christmas presents or some ornamentation for your own Christmas tree that you carved. It's a fun thing to do, the old carving. So yes, that's the box mentioned in a bad way, and I do apologise for that. Sarah, your ceramics are just brilliant. We should get you doing a tutorial on how to do one. John Thomas, thank you for mentioning that although you won prizes in another group, this is still home. I've been watching, and my Facebook feed has been showing me lots and lots and lots of our members doing that, and good on you, something to win. The raffle will be, all the rules will be put in between midnight and AM for you guys, and the raffle will start off. Hopefully I get it all presented so that when you get up, the raffle's open. I've been polishing up the blades and sharpening them and getting them as schmick as I can get. And I've got good results. Doesn't show very well, but it's a very nicely polished blade. Needs a little bit more sharpening. I've got to tidy up the bevel or the cutting edge just a little bit. That will be one of the knives that goes in the raffle. There's that detailing knife also goes in the raffle. This one and this one, I've still got the blade cover to do. I've still got a little bit of work to do, but that will be a set because it's a rough out knife, nice rough out knife, and a nice detailing knife. Now the detailing knife is a bit longer than usual, and hopefully that doesn't cause any problems. Oh, get in there. Thank you. So I've got to make the blade cover for that one. That will be a raffle prize of 2 knives in one set. It's the only double I'm doing because it's the only rough out that I did. So we've got those 2, that one, and I thought I would put the stubbies into it. So nice cogs in that side. I've still got to just finish them off. They've got cogs in them. They'll be resined up and smoothed and stuff. But those knives both contain a mix of exotic woods. So those 2 are they are the 5 knives, 2, 4, 5, 4, and there's 3 knives and 1 set. And then Tammy is putting in her oak knife. That will all start off as of tomorrow. So that'll be there. When will the raffle start? Yeah, that should be it should be presentable for you for Saturday morning. So I'm going to try and get it as close to the 1st. It's going to run from the 1st to the 4th of January. January the 4th, which is a Friday Night Live. That's when we'll do the draw. Any funds that are generated from this beyond shipping will be returned into BWC as prizes, giveaways, more raffles, the opportunity to gain from the groups. That's one of the things I do like about what Beavercraft is doing. I mean, they've given away so many prizes, so many tools that's kind of like, oh shit. Now I haven't because I'm admin here. I don't go into the competitions because let somebody who gear win it. Like making all of these knives because I got into the bug. I've cleared a lot of my exotic woods. I'm happy to say I've got space for new ones. Unfortunately, with my refrigerator dying, it means that the big piece of basswood that I wanted is going to have to wait probably until the new year. I do wish everybody luck in that, and I do hope that getting a homemade, unique knife from me is in a way, it's a way of saying thank you for your input and your involvement in the group. It's really easy, like watching Woodworking Maniacs. I see their feed and it's like, well, these people are pretty much all from here. Good luck to you. I hope you win as much as you can, and I hope that when you get the detailing knives from me, that you find them more than adequate and a nice knife to use. It's been fun making them, I must admit. The sharpening side of things, in future, if there are funds, then I probably will buy quality blades from a couple of the big makers for the next batch of knives, because I can make the blades, but they are very time consuming to get them just right. Brilliant way of learning how to make sure that you've got the sharpening sides down, because taking a blunt piece of metal and making it sharp enough to cut takes a fair bit of work. Oh look, making it for all of you. Yeah, well done, Jacob. To give something back to the group, so it's not just empty promises. I don't have, like Beavercraft, I don't have a knife making company or a tool making company behind me to do it. So the only option is okay, I cut up a saw blade, I made a whole load of blank blades, and I used up a whole bunch of my exotic woods, and I had to play with resin and the cogs. I enjoyed the living daylights out of it. It was a lot of fun. Yes, it stopped me carving for a while, and then Brett said to me, you've got to carve something for yourself, and I've been stuck on knives for a couple of weeks. Oh, just caught that one. So I decided to take an old carving that used to just be the nose and the mouth, and I got some cedar and I made its hat, and then I had the bowl that I carved out with the Beavercraft in the review, which I hadn't used. So I stuck a piece of wood on the front of it, as you can see, and I'm slowly making a vehicle that will hopefully look some kind of animal at the end, and it'll have wheels and stuff, and he'll be sitting there like that, or like that. But it's rough as guts. But I had a lot of fun because I've been so focused on professionalism where the knives are concerned, I forgot to have fun. So decided to use up some of the bits that I've got kicking around and combining them together. Are we allowed as many tickets as we want in that month, or is it just one a piece? As many as you want. Tammy's getting 20 tickets, as she's just said. One ticket gets you in, of course. As many tickets as you want to buy. I'll have my PayPal details and how you do it as a gift, and I'll have all of how to do it and all the rules that Facebook demand and everything else. That'll all be out by tomorrow morning. I know what I'm doing this afternoon. As I said, any monies that are over the shipping prices to get those knives to you will be put back into maybe some professional made knives as giveaways or prizes. I don't intend to hello. I don't intend to profit, so to speak, from this venture. It's really just a fundraiser to give us the ability to be able to do a few more giveaways. So that's the purpose, and I promise you, it's not. I don't want to make a load of money out of this. I've never wanted to make money out of this. Hence the reason I don't do sales and stuff in the group. It's really just to reward the members. And I know it's random. It's going to be incredibly random pulling the tickets out of the hat or a jar or whatever I end up using. I probably will have Blaze, if she's available, to do the draw, pulling the numbers out. I've got it all sussed out, looked into all the rules, looked into all the legalities. Brave Arts custom knives, worldwide shipping available. No, I wouldn't want to make them. I don't want to make money. It's weird. I'm happy to contribute to other members, because if I can make these and I've got more than I need, yeah, in a box. It depends on how many I sell. If they fit in the hat, I'll do it out of the hat. If it's more than that, then fine. I just think it's a good idea to handmade artistic knives that you can't buy anywhere, to receive that as a gift for. And I'm also thinking some other things that maybe the raffle prizes may get a little bit. There may be a few more prizes, but I'm keeping that one under my hat for now. There may be more prizes revealed as the time goes on. What's the blue upside drill behind you? This has got a polishing. It's got a buff on it. And this is what I was using to buff up the blades and the knife handles. There's a rough one there that's got plastic in it, so it bites a bit harder. But yeah, that was so that I could. I've got the two more different types of compound with grit in them for polishing. That one's the fine one, that's the rough one. So that enables me to actually polish the blades properly, do all the sharpening, get all the shape, get it so that it's nice and clean, do all the honing, do all of the stropping, get it nice and sweet, and then give the whole thing a polish, and it just brings it up nicely. I know that because my ex-wife was a jeweler, and yes, using Dremels or bench grinders. I've got a bench grinder out in the shed that's got a spiral on one side that I can wind those onto them. But just for the knives, I don't need a big machine. I just do it with a little one. These were, I think, I bought this set. It was under 20 bucks, and these were for polishing up aluminum wheels on your cars, like the flash wheels that you get that you need to polish. Well, that's what these were for, and they were under 20 bucks. Well, last week I looked in my hardware store, and this set was only $15. So I decided that it was $15 well spent, because doing these carvings, there's lots and lots and lots that can be polished to a high degree of polish. It's like bringing in the French polishing side of things and using shellac and that sort of stuff. The more I learn on that, the more I'll share. It's a slow process, but yes, that's just for polishing. I had to tidy up because I had dust all the way over here, but this was up here with all of the resin kits and knife bits. It was a mess. It's a bit windy outside, so I didn't do the live out there. Instead, it's in here. It's a bit warm. I'm sitting here in a t-shirt, and under my hat is a certain amount of sweat, not because I was talking about Tammy's box either. Sorry, Tammy. Oh dear, oh dear. Infantile again. That's why you shouldn't smoke. You find something funny, and instead of laughing, you cough. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so yes, we've got hello Terry. We've got oh yes, the fur on David Hunter's koala. Isn't that brilliant? We had somebody else in the group that did a chipmunk this week, and both David and the chipmunk user was that they've been burning the hair so that to give the texture. And I mean, wow, if you have the burning equipment, it's very effective. To carve hair that fine, difficult. David's koala is just absolutely brilliant. Whatever you do, don't mention Martha Stewart to Cole. Oh, look, yes, Tammy, David's koala, I mean, Australian. I had a koala in the backyard. Of course I love David's koala. How could I not? But the man's skill level to be able to make it look like, I mean, one glance at it, you know exactly what it is. David's a very skilled carver. He's very, very, he loves his carvings, and you can see that. When he did Sebastian, a lion, which is when I first noticed David, he went through and showed how he did it stage by stage, and it was absolutely brilliant. Hello, Kristen. Oh, it's Dennis Marjama, the chipmunk. Cool. Oh, well done, Terry. You quit smoking. Shit, I wish I did. It's coming at some point. Getting too expensive. Can't afford it, especially with refrigerators dying. Oh, is that the kettle about to boil, I hear? Oh, bugger. Well, I already boiled it once, so it wouldn't take long. If I could possibly have a coffee, that would be lovely, thank you. Oh, bugger. Yeah, it's going to rain and thunderstorms if you didn't hear. Nice. She's got to move all that stuff. Get a truck. Yeah, look, Terry, well done. I'm jealous. Hello, Elaine. Thank you very much. I'm gonna get coffee. I love my daughter. She's wonderful. Yes, okay, so Corey, got any questions this week? I'll wait for you. Tina says, hi, Blaze. She can't hear me because the kettle will go. It's a bit noisy in the kitchen with the kettle going. Yeah, so David's koala and the chipmunk using pyrography to enhance your carvings. There's a lot of ways we can enhance our carvings, which finishes we use, whether we paint or not. There's been some pretty good discussions this week actually about to paint or not to paint, how to paint. When you make a stop cut, how do you get rid of the little pieces of any of the cut? Any ideas? Appreciate it. Well, when you do your stop cut, you should get that noise at the end of it, and when you've got the stop cut right and you hit that with the blade from the other direction, you should get a snicking noise. You were attempted to order a Drake hook knife today. Yay, Blaze, Blaze. Thank you. I hadn't scrolled, Corey. I do apologise. Yeah, it's about it's going back in there and being very, very clean when you cut, so that you don't end up with what's the gentleman's name that was the Disney Imagineer? That man has some serious skills. Yes. Ooh, the name. Kinsey. Raymond Kinsey, I think is his name. I think. Yes, he has some serious skills. Absolutely. Raymond Kindman. That's right, Raymond Kindman. Thank you, Tina. I was close. I mean, his stuff is just brilliant. I mean, it would have to be having been there working for Disney and producing all of these carvings, and then afterwards now he does his signposts, mostly for RV users. Brilliant man. He was recently showcased on the television. He does good stuff. He does do good stuff. We've got a lot of carvers in the group that are excellent, and they're so full of knowledge, and when you ask the right questions they do answer, and that's really helpful. I don't know if you've seen Randall Stone, Mad Carver. His relief work is just out of this world. Literally, he does fantasy stuff, so of course it's out of this world, but the quality of some of the people's carvings are just inspiring, that one day you'll be able to get there yourself, going through the processes, learning how to carve, learning how to stop cuts, learning how to slice a stop cut rather than brute force. It's never brute force. There's always a knack. Finding those knacks, good practice. We slowly get on that. He does classes, yes. I don't blame him. You imagine being taught by somebody of that quality that knows how to do it, and they don't beat around the bush. There's none of the mistakes of stumbling blocks because you're not sure how to do something or what to do it. Having that level of skill there to educate, brilliant. I sometimes rue that I'm in time. You can get rude now. What's wrong, sort of rude. I sometimes it bothers me that I am in Australia and not in the States, because boy, would I be coming around to your houses and annoying the living daylights out of you in person. It would be wicked to turn up to one of the art events, one of the big art events, maybe in the future. Maybe I'll be able to, now that my refrigerator has been replaced, and my water heater was replaced, maybe at some point I'll be able to come over and meet some of you. That would be absolutely wonderful. I can imagine having coffees and a cigarette, a rolled cigarette, hand-rolled cigarette with tobacco, and a coffee. Yay! Everybody said hello.
Oh, did they?
They did, because well, you're well loved. So stick your face in front of the camera. I know that.
Hey everyone.
As you can see, her face is a little puffy. She hasn't been up very long,
Yeah.
and she had a very late night.
Yeah.
You had a good night.
Very late night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it good?
I didn't go to the gig.
Oh.
My sister invited me to a gig, but I was just designated driver voluntarily because I love my sister.
Oh, so you picked them up and dropped them off, and
Yes.
dropped them off and picked them up.
Spent the meantime, picked up some stuff from home and went and had a couple of cups of tea with Mum.
Oh, nice.
It's a nice evening.
Oh, lovely. We didn't see her at all, of course.
Yeah.
It was very
I
quiet
didn't
here.
get to sleep last night until after 5.
After 5, no wonder she looks like that.
Yeah, after 5.
A lot prettier than me, no matter what. Look at that. Hi, Blaze.
Great
Hi,
face.
Blaze. Great face, of course. We call it tobacco here too. It is brown. It's not green. A bit zippity doo da zippity day. My oh my, it's a wonderful day. There's plenty of sunshine coming my way. Zippity doo da.
Being serenaded on BWC Live. That's the new one.
Zippity.
That's definitely a new one.
The bluebirds on my shoulder.
A happy little bluebird did a happy little doo-doo on my hand.
Oh, do-doos on your hand. Do-doos. You don't want to. I was telling them about Tammy's box, and I laughed because
Give me a sec. I'll come back.
I made a mistake and I called it a vagina. Live.
Well done.
Yes. Well, I didn't call the balls testicles, fortunately. I know. Even though she did a double set, so like 4 balls, so in like amazing stuff. As you can see, she's used to my being infantile. Let me scroll for a second because the comments have continued on, and I wish this was on automatic scroll. Yeah.
Are you trying to get some sort of bioweapon in the slow cooker?
Yes.
It looks like it.
Yes, I know. That was all of the veggies from our.
The freezer.
Yeah, look, coming to the outer stream would be good. Yes, my freezer died and I had to cook all the vegetables and I did it in a slow cooker and it is the worst soup I have ever tasted.
It looks like someone's vomited in it, but with, dehydrated.
With decent chunks. Yeah, and the odd dim sum.
The odd dim sum.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
chips.
and chips. Do you have any good references for mixing paint, like for colour of skin and all that? Ooh.
Hey, I can tell them what you taught me on this one. I can answer. Well, I can try and answer it. So mixing paint, like for the colours of skin and all that. So when I was in year 12, I attempted a life-size self-portrait, and I had. Shut up. I had the problem of I would paint one section of a face, and then it would be like 2 or 3 days later, and I'd come back and I'd do part of the forearm, and the colours didn't match at all. So the first thing that you do is do a larger amount that's base colour.
Mid-tone.
A mid-tone, and then you do one where you've added a little bit of white, and you do one where you add a little bit of red, yellow, blue, potentially those 3 mixed together, something to darken it, but not flat black.
Not black.
Not flat black. So you end up with mid-tone, let's say it's like a little jar, mid-tone of like a base skin colour. Then you can mix, using that amount, a little bit of a lighter skin colour, a highlight, and then a bit of a darker one as well.
The other thing is if you're using acrylic paints, you can buy a skin tone that you then modify. You add a little bit of light, you add a little bit of yellow, you add a little bit of burnt umber, and then you've got variations of the same colour, but just slightly variated, because well, it's funny, isn't it? I mean, that statement about African Americans being called coloureds, when really it's like we go green when we're sick, we go pale.
The other thing is
us the ones that have got the colours.
In terms of like a reference chart or something that's going to help you mix the proportions of paint to get it right, give it a Google. There'd be heaps and heaps and heaps online.
We can find something.
Yeah, we can possibly dig one out. But
link.
Seriously, you could just put like acrylic paint mixing reference for skin tone, and it would come up with heaps and heaps and heaps of stuff. So, yes.
Yes.
Hopefully that is helpful, even though I'm still half asleep.
See,
learn my lessons from my father.
yeah, I taught her. Brett said, bad enough he said it. Now he's bragging to Blaze about
Yeah, no,
it.
I read it. I chose to not mention it so that that's the end of it being mentioned.
Skin is a lot of white, then a little yellow and red, yes. And if you use oxides rather than red oxide, a yellow oxide, that will help. But it is something that you have to practice and practice and practice to get the same skin tones. I've got some news to share with you and John. Lowell, I messaged you about it later. It's almost unreal. Oh, cool, that's it. I even have one. It's called Santa Flesh. Okay. Thanks, Colin Blazer. We'll have to look into that.
No worries, Corey.
Always do midtones first, then go for the darkest areas, followed by the areas of light. Thanks, Sarah. Absolutely spot on.
Is that Sarah or Sarah?
Oh, Sarah.
It could be Sarah.
It could be Sarah. I automatically read it as
Thank
Sarah.
you, Sarah.
Do you? Is it Sarah or Sarah?
And
she's gonna write Sarah. Either way.
Oh, dear. I think that would be Sarah.
Mrs. Cooper.
Yeah, Mrs. Cooper.
Mrs. S. Cooper. Who does the wonderful carousel horses and
Is that her?
and fantastic clay ceramics or clay teacher, art teacher. And so she's hit a bit of a roadblock, carving block. So she's done the clay ones, and I was saying to everybody earlier that is a very essential part of carving, to be able to see 3Dism. 3Dism. I've just made up a word.
No, the first way. Oh, so it's Sarah.
Okay, Sarah.
You had it right before. Oh, okay.
Of course, I had it right.
I was just checking. It's just
You're
checking.
not a chicken, you're Blaze. Book. Read it.
No. That was me a few years ago. That's not me now.
Book. Read it.
Get paid for it. Get paid for it.
Hopefully, eventually. Depends on the nights of council.
Or if the weather holds up. Yeah. Hey, so guys, I have some exciting news, completely not relevant to beginners woodcarvers, but I want to tell you anyway. So I don't know who put it through, but I have a nomination for the Channel 7 News Youth Achiever Awards, which is like actually kind of a big deal, and I'm like really excited about it.
And she's only been there 5 minutes. Just wait until you've been there a year and actually see how hard you work.
Oh yeah.
This one had a ticket that said a bend over backwards, and she had a photo of her on the floor with her hands and her feet bending over backwards,
Doing a back bend.
Doing a back bend to show that you could bend. You'll bend yourself backwards to help.
It was Blazing Visual Arts. Are you looking for a flexible photographer? And then, is this flexible enough? And then there's me like that. In the thing.
Oh, congratulations, Terry. Discovery Channel is going to be doing an Apt Carver show. First episode is filmed in April the 20th, which happens to be the beginning of our tiki carving competition in Cocoa Beach. They are basing it off the carvers in that competition there, one of which is going to be yours truly. So Terry's in that one.
Wow.
They're wanting me to keep my same personality.
Oh,
if he keeps his personality, then that's it. I mean, he's 6'4" and he cracks jokes. He would have made a joke of Tanny's box if he'd have been.
Well, congratulations,
Tammy. Yes, it is. It is. I mean, having you nominated for such a prestigious award.
Oh.
Brilliant.
This is just after the youth group that I'm involved in has just gotten an Economic Development Award for Excellence, because what we're doing in the community is really, really great for young people. So
yeah.
Woohoo!
Yeah. Yes. At the moment, she has a young girl helping her who suffers with Tourette's.
Oh. She's so beautiful, and it's not her helping me. Basically, I'm mentoring as a photographer, and apparently she hasn't had many chances to get like work experience. So I put my hand up and I was like, we'll do a few like photo shoots and see how it goes. I even took some of Dad's carvings for an excursion out of the house. Some of them have never left the house in like, how old's Stumpy? I always forget.
15 plus years.
15-year-old carving got to go on an excursion with me to the outside world because I got the girl to take a couple of photos of the carvings as well. But yeah.
And how's that? She mentions Tourette's, and I didn't go off on one.
Oh, she's beautiful.
So it's going to be fun. I mean, I can't believe it finally got back in. Oh gosh, Sharon, you poor bugger. Congratulations to Terry, congratulations Blaze, and congratulations Terry.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Congratulations Colin. Hang on, what for?
Being obviously the most handsome devilish young man within DWC. Is that right, guys?
I wouldn't go that far. Have you seen some of our members? Have you seen Brett? I mean, firstly, Brett Byers looks like Santa.
Yeah.
And he loves carving
Santa.
Santas, and every time he does a Santa, I think he's doing it's like
a self-portrait.
Self-portrait. Brett does self-portraits. They're not really Santas. Isn't that right, Brett? I'm not the most handsome man in the group. I just happen to be in the biggest chair.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I had a shave.
You did have a shave.
And
did you fix up the? Let me have a look. Yes. I noticed he had a straggly bit.
I know. I told them. I was walking. I went to the shops with like long hair sticking out the back of the
your
neck.
rat's tail, you little Jedi.
I don't know if it was a Jedi.
What do they call it in Jedi?
Padawan.
The I don't know what it's called. It wouldn't have been called rat's tail.
Rat's tail.
In the Jedi land.
No, it wouldn't.
It'd be like, here's my magic hair thingy.
The mitochondria.
Little powerhouses.
All right. Has anybody got anything that they would like to bring up? Any questions? Brett hides. Hook knife review. Thank you so much, Tammy. I would have forgotten yet again. I was lucky, and I got myself. I got a hook knife, a Drake hook knife, spoon knife. Their blade is like their normal blades, no visible bevel, although it has one. Sharp as. Now,
I think this is the pathway right away.
glove me too. You know I'll glove you. So please. I wouldn't go that far. I just told you I'm not beautiful. Right, now, to show you this,
Dad, they can't see.
I'm going to have to turn around and look just to check. But the Drake hook knife, this is a piece of pine, I might add, just eats the wood. I've got the Beavercraft one, and it's a bigger hook, so it means I can do small bowls as well as big bowls. I've got big bowls. I've got the biggest bowls of them all. So yes, the Drake hook knife is a very, very, very nice knife for spoons.
You call that a knife?
That's another knife. That's a knife. Very, very, very sharp. Very nice. It is a, as Brett has just put, badass. It really is badass. It's a very nice knife. I'm glad. Very, very, very glad I got one. Because special knife, quality knife. It really is a case of you start off with what you can afford. And because of the group, we sort of have eliminated a lot of the knives that are not necessarily up to scratch. And we have a list in our knife, in a couple of places, in the handbook, of what knives are worth buying for the money. Now, yes, Drake's knives are, let's say, a little more expensive than some of the other knives on the market. It's quality.
How much is it?
I think these are. Well, let me think. It's $40. So it's a tad more expensive, but how the blade is fitted into the handle. If you're interested in making spoons, consider the Drake, because Drakes are brilliant. I know that I say that every week, but that's because I've tried everybody else's knives, or a good chunk of knives, and I find this one to be really good. Really, really, really impressed with this. So yes, Drake knives, absolutely brilliant. And I've just lost the tube that I had on it, so I'll hang it up there so it doesn't harm us. That's probably a good idea. Oh no, I seem to have misplaced my tobacco.
Underneath my tobacco.
Yeah, that's maybe mine. What's it doing over there? Did you steal it?
Oh.
You stole my ashtray.
No, we're sharing your ashtray.
But it's my ashtray.
Yeah, but we're sharing it.
Okay, we're sharing it. We do that. We share. Okay. I thought about getting a hook knife or scorp. Yeah, look, I haven't tried the scorp yet, but the hook knife, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Bowl size matters, absolutely. That's not for as good as it was cutting I need for my spoons. That's not for.
Oh, Bonnie.
No.
Funny story about that. This is actually a red cup. His is orange, but he wanted the red one. I just didn't give him the option. It was like, oh, red, that's mine.
Anything red, like this one, for her 21st, I bought her a green car. It was the wrong colour, so she decided the first person that pulled out in front of her to completely obliterate the green car, the insurance paid her back the money, and she bought a red one, identical to the green one, but it's red that suits Blaze, because Blaze is red. Normally this is bright red.
Yeah, it's gross at the moment.
Yeah.
But no, red's my favourite colour, like, ever.
So she does a lot of anything like it's Madam Red.
Even my phone case is red.
So is mine.
Mine's more red than yours.
Yours is more red. Mine
is redder.
Mine looks kind of orange now.
Yeah, it does.
Pink.
Everything red. All the red.
So yes, Madam Red here. Now, why did we end up with two cups similar? I had a blue one that had Big Boss written on it.
And I was very, very kindly offering him a cup of tea.
And what did you do?
I may have accidentally bowled it on the cement outside and broke the handle off.
And we watched it bounce, and then the handle went bing!
I was running to the tea kettle and lost balance, okay?
And like, through my
I don't know if you have the experience of going out to a wood carver's shed with no shoes on, but you're usually in a hurry because it's like, there's shavings on the floor.
Yeah.
So you pick up the paste, and I'd grabbed his cup and then picked up the paste, getting out the shed, and just basically accidentally threw it like that.
Yeah.
Straight onto the floor, and the handle went.
And it went in slow motion, and I'd had that cup for 10 years. It was a lovely cup. I was really attached to it.
She won't let me forget about it, so yeah.
So she bought me a new cup,
yeah,
and I got the orange one.
So but we have backups now, at least.
So
he's
the other day, when I lost mine, notice all the love hearts?
When he says lost, he means put in the microwave and forgot about.
I told them. I have no shame. I tell them everything.
Oh, I'm sick of this fucking flu. Jesus.
Right, so covered a few things today. The hook knife, the spoon knife from Drake. If you're considering buying one, that's a good choice. Not bad, I mean, Cole. Sorry, I need for my spoons. It was cutting good. Bad price. Yeah, look. If you're going to make one or two spoons, Beavercraft, because it's the need to use them. If you do spoons all the time, then get a quality blade. But if you're just doing the odd one or two, Beavercraft are more than adequate for a small amount of wood carving on spoons. They're relatively cheaply priced if you buy them through Amazon. But if you want, I mean, the quality, we've been talking this week about quality of knives and buying expensive ones, and what's the bonus of buying expensive ones. When you're experienced and you've got, let's say you've used FlexCut for 6 months, which is what I did, then when I got a Helvey, it was like, wow, this is so much better than the FlexCut, so much easier. It keeps, the sharpness stays there, better quality steel, better shape. Then I got a Drake, and it's kind of like My flex cuts have moved down. I don't use my flex cuts very often these days. I tend to use the Helvies. I bought a couple of Helvie blades. I made my own knives, the Dragon one and the Purple Heart Detailer. I use those a lot, but when I'm detailing, then I go to my Drake knife. I will be buying some Drake blades because I want 2 or 3 different size detailing knives, or short ones as well as long ones. So I will buy the blades because the blades are cheaper, and then I get the opportunity to throw together pretty knives like we have for the upcoming raffle, which I've mentioned once, but it's coming. It should be there by tomorrow morning. I'll be sitting writing all down over.
Oh, you mean you'll be consulting with me to write your rules?
No, oh, well, if you're not busy.
I am, but that doesn't mean I won't be able to find time.
She kicks my ass when it comes to writing stuff.
Business studies for the week. Like $26,000 worth of student debt's got to be good for something.
Yeah, BWC.
Yeah, BWC. Hey, that's really funny. I can sit here and watch you guys whilst watching us. That's funny.
Oh dear.
Just to get really confused.
I'm in 2 places at once.
I don't even have my phone out yet.
I am sitting here beside myself.
I get real time. Look, 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 look. I'm now showing everyone the phone.
Oh no, that just tells you how long the lag is.
The lag is, yeah.
It's a 12-second lag. It's a 12-second lag. Okay, well, we have hit the hour mark. Hour of Power, the Friday Night Live, when it died, like 5 minutes in, everybody was there, ping, you're done. So I'm not done, I'm just talking about Allah. Or was it Alan? Alan. Steve.
Alan. Steve.
Well, guys,
Alan.
I do hope that
Alan.
you have a very, very nice weekend.
Steve.
No wonder I'm infantile. Now remember, Tammy's box. Sorry, a carved box. That's that's one of the challenges. The hollow spiral, Santa's. Like it's Christmas coming up, 26 days. So we get there. It's been a hilarious Friday Night Live. Thanks. That's because I got rude. No. Look, as usual. I mean, before doing the hour, I'm sitting here going, what the hell am I going to talk about? And Tammy was kind enough to throw some things at me. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you, Dwayne, Amanda Lee, and Brian for all your work this week. Brett, he's done bugger all. Poor bugger's got a bad back at the moment, so we're lucky to have him here. Now, everybody's done well. We've looked after it. I've got no shame either. I thought it was funny too. We hope that you have an absolutely... can I use my good Helvie knife for cutting popular? Yes, popular cuts well with your Helvie. Enjoyed as always. Thanks, John. It was fun. Hugs and loves. Carl something Sarah. Yeah, thanks for the laughs. Nice to meet you, Blaze. Love you all. Love. We do this because we love you. It's nice to have a bunch of people that you can love.
Yeah, and have a laugh.
And have a laugh. And get rude and say naughty words.
Not that bit, the other bit.
Oh no, I enjoyed
nice
that bit. I mean, I always like talking about boxes.
Yeah, of course you do.
Much better than balls.
Depends.
Depends on where you're using them, I suppose.
Depends on what you need it for.
Well, I could tell you a joke, but it would be inappropriate.
I could tell a joke. I got told a really good joke yesterday. A really good bad joke.
Go on then.
Why did the cat fall down the well?
12-second lag.
Yeah, 12-second lag. Because it couldn't see that well. I thought it was funny.
She hit me with that one yesterday, and I couldn't come up with the answer. Normally, I answer every joke because I've heard them all and I remember so many of them.
A complete stranger
And
walked
like,
past us and told us, and I just thought it was so funny. I was like, it couldn't see that well. That
she's
makes
learning
sense.
dad jokes.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. And so you can
Pretty
hold
good
your
dad
own
jokes.
among the guys when you work in the shipping containers.
Yeah, it helps.
It does help.
Yeah.
It does help. Anyway, guys, for this week,
Fairly well.
we fared well, yeah.
What is it? Happy and safe carving.
Safe and happy carvings.
one.
Get it right. I say it often enough. Safe and happy carvings,
Happy and
guys.
safe carvings, guys.
happy and safe carvings. What? So they've got to all be happy. What about if I
Yeah,
carve
yeah.
something that's grumpy? What if I carve something screaming? Is that okay?
As long as you're happy doing it, yeah.
Well, they're not happy. Obviously, they're not happy. Who knows? Anyway, have a bloody good week, you guys. Look forward to seeing you on the feed. Post your carvings. Let us know what you've been doing. G'day, Bill. Well done on you winning a knife. Congratulations. And we will see you next week.
Lots of love.
Have a great
Bye.
week, guys. Now all I've got to do is push 1 million buttons to get out of this.
See ya.
See ya. Happy December.